So greetings to all distinguished guests and esteemed participants. It is with great pleasure and profound honor that I welcome you this prestigious international seminar on cultural diversity for sustainable and equitable development on the occasion of UN and UNESCO World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development, which is being held today on May 21, 2023. Today, we gather here to celebrate the richness and beauty of our world's cultural tapestry, recognizing its immense potential to foster harmony, progress, and lasting change. As the renowned author Maya Angelou once said, in diversity, there is beauty, and yes, there is strength also. These words encapsulate the essence of our entire journey towards a brighter and more inclusive future. In a world characterized by rapid globalization, technological advancements, and interconnectedness, the preservation and appreciation of cultural diversity becomes paramount. We stand at a critical juncture where our ability to harness the power of diverse perspectives, traditions, and beliefs holds the key to create sustainable and equitable societies. As Nelson Mandela eloquently said, our rich and varied cultural heritage has a profound power to help build our nation. Cultural diversity is not merely an abstract concept, it is a living testament to the human capacity for resilience, adaptability, and innovation. It embodies the wealth of human creativity and embodies the wisdom passed down to the generations. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, a nation's culture resides in the heart and soul of its people. The seminar serves as a beacon of hope, uniting scholars, activists, policymakers, and visionaries from around the world who are committed to promote cultural diversity as a catalyst of sustainable and equitable development. Together, we shall explore the innovative strategies, exchange invaluable knowledge, and forge meaningful collaborations that will help shape brighter future for the generations to come. So, let's embark on this transformative journey together, guided by the timeless words of Kofi Annan. Tolerance, intercultural dialogue, and respect for diversity are the most essential than ever in the world, where people are becoming more and more interconnected. May this seminar ignite the flame of understanding, inspire the profound change, and pave the way for the world where the cultural diversity stands at the bedrock for the sustainable and equitable development. With these sparkling vibes, let us begin this remarkable endeavor with open hearts, open minds, and a resolute commitment on the pursuit of harmonious and inclusive future. Our today's international seminar is a part of UNESCO's movement towards education for sustainable development, education for health and well-being, and global citizenship education. It is organized by International Council for Education, Research, and Training. Now let me brief you about ICERT. International Council for Education, Research, and Training is an autonomous, non-government, leading scientific and professional research and training organization with offices located in Washington, D.C., California, Sydney, New Delhi, and many other countries. With several educators, researchers, consultants, and students as its members, ICRT not only develops educational training programs, but also manages institutes and promotes research and training in education globally. This is an institution of learning and training, facilitating education, research, and social welfare initiatives with the motto knowledge, wisdom, and prosperity. We at ICRT are working with the mission to promote the advancement and application of scientific researches and knowledge to benefit the society. The overview, the instructions for the participants. Webinar duration is of 2 hours plus minus 15 minutes. Please follow digital ethics and keep your mic off. Don't write unnecessary messages in chat box. There is no attendance link as attendance is automatically recorded. All the candidates who will attend 75% of time duration will get the participation certificates. There are total 2 sessions in today's program. If you have any questions, you can write that in question answer session or write it in chat box. Attendance and participation certificate will be issued in 10 to 15 days after the program. For forthcoming programs, you can visit our official website, icrt.org.in. There is also one special announcement. International Council for Education, Research and Training, in collaboration with Debar Tabor University, Ethiopia, and NILM University, Kathal, India, and PGDAV College, University of Delhi, jointly organizing one-day international multidisciplinary conference on contemporary trends and developments in management, education, science, and social sciences on June 3, 2023. Also, applications are invited for professionals, academicians, social reformers, and research scholars for Equitable Award 2023 for excellence in education, distinguished achievements in education, innovations in social welfare. This award is to motivate and further the spirit of talented ones in their respective fields. The link for the registration for this conference will be shared in the chat box. Now, I would like to welcome Dr. Navneet Kaur Ma'am, our Executive Director, Education, ICRT, and Principal, Shri Ram Universal School, Ludhiana, CBSE Officer and Master Trainer. Dr. Navneet Kaur is an educator and leader with an experience of more than 22 years in the field of education and more than 10 years in school administration and leadership. She is a PhD, Masters in Commerce, Masters in Education, and has higher diploma in software engineering and B.Ed in yoga. She is also the executive member of Sarojini Naidu Institute Research of Malaysia. She has participated in various workshops, seminars, conferences, FTPs, symposiums, and facilitated with several awards. Also, she is an editorial board member of universities of 11 countries. She is a lady with the words of wisdom and backbone of ICRT. She has also enacted as resource person at various platforms. Your exceptional dedication, the way you put your heart and soul in whatever you do, ma'am, is exemplary for all of us. I welcome our Executive Director of ICRT, Dr. Navneet Kaur, ma'am.
Thank you, Dilpreet. Namaste, everyone. My name is Dr. Navneet Kaur, Executive Director, Education, ICERT. I welcome all the participants in today's international seminar on UN and UNESCO World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development. Such a wonderful topic, cultural diversity for sustainable and equitable development. Cultural diversity is a driving force of development, not only with respect to economic growth, but also as a means of leading a fulfilling intellectual, emotional, moral, and spiritual life. This is captured in the cultural conventions, which provide a solid basis for the promotion of cultural diversity. So cultural diversity is thus basis for a promotion, and it is an asset that is indispensable for poverty reduction and the achievement of sustainable development. Today, International Council for Education, Research and Training is a true example of cultural diversity. The beauty of the world lies in the diversity of its people, members of fraternity. And this is what we are learning at this platform. I feel delight in welcoming our keynote speakers of the day, Dr. Mohammad Shafuddin, Assistant Professor, Business Administration, Oman College of Management and Technology, Muscat, Oman. I welcome you, sir. Dr. Sriramulu Gosikonta, Assistant Professor, Nasi Monchi Institute of Management Studies from Telangana. I welcome you, sir, also. And I truly appreciate the pillars of ICERT. Chairman, sir, Dr. Sandeep Singamar, Secretary, Sir, Dr. Sandeep Sehag, Public Relation Officer, Ms. Saima, Research Head, Dr. Arunachal, Financial Head, Dr. Simran, and the coordinator of today's seminar, Dr. Dilpreet Kaur, and the whole team who is working back-end. Let us start this beautiful concept of multiculturalism. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your beautiful and kind words. It really sparked up the spirit of seminar. Now, I would like to introduce our guest speaker and keynote speaker of the day, Dr. Mohammad Shafuddin. Dr. Mohammad Shafuddin, Assistant Professor, Oman College of Management and Technology, is a highly passionate and hardworking individual with a remarkable career spanning 32 years in management and education teaching. With a strong focus on the Gulf education system and more than 15 years of experience in Gulf region, he brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to the table. Driven by the commitment to advanced teaching methods, including team learning and research activities, he aspires to secure a teaching position that allows him to utilize his diverse instructional experience. Dr. Shafuddin possesses exceptional communication skills, allowing him to effectively convey ideas and connect with students. His aptitude for critical thinking enables him to approach challenges with insightful and analytical perspectives. Moreover, he has held notable positions such as departmental representative in the Quality Assurance Committee and Policy Management Committee, showcasing his leadership and administrative capabilities. Dr. Shafuddin's academic record is extensive and distinguished. He holds multiple degrees, including a PhD in HRD and a PhD in HRM, both accompanied by impactful theses that delve into management in employees and HRM practices on workers' productivity, respectively. Additionally, he possesses a master's degree in educational philosophy and educational technology, as well as bachelor's degree in mathematics and physical sciences for teaching methods. His commitment to research and knowledge dissemination is evidenced by participation in numerous seminars, workshops, conferences, where he presented research papers on diverse topics such as job satisfaction, sustainable IT adoption, healthcare resource allocation, and many more. Dr. Shafuddin's expertise extends beyond academia, as he is also served as external examiner for PhD candidates in various universities and institutes. Dr. Mohammad Shafuddin is an esteemed member of professional and academic bodies, including American Finance Society and International Sociological Association. He has contributed as an editor and reviewer for several journals. Additionally, he has served as a board member for 24th International Symposium. Dr. Shafuddin is a high and dedicated professional with an outstanding track record in management and education. We are extremely delighted to welcome you here today, sir. We welcome you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much for inviting me to this wonderful day. Really, the topic, diversity, it is one of the need of the day. What the introduction, in the introduction itself, it was to the. According to UNESCO, the cultural diversity is the common heritage of humanity. Means in 2001, the UNESCO Universal Declaration on Cultural Diversity was adopted and following this. And also the World Day of Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development was declared to make visible the importance of dialogues between the culture, religions, and civilizations, ensuring that all people are committed it and support this diversity in our daily lives. Not only this one, cultural aspects, actually, when you see that, it is a pivotal role for the 2030 agenda to be successful. Cultural rights, heritage, diversity, creativity, These are the core components of human and sustainable development. Generally, there are many definitions to say culture, but culture is a practice. Whatever we are practicing in it one, whatever the pivotal things we are doing, whatever the beliefs we have, and whatever the social norms, these material traits, are racial, religious, social group. Essentially, these all things, dresses, habits, language, religion, art, laws, or morality. Whenever we talk about that, why this cultural diversity is important? What is the necessity for cultural diversity? It helps dispel negativity, stereotypes, and personal biases about different groups. In addition, the cultural diversity helps us to recognize and respect ways of being that are necessary to our own, so that as we interact with others, we can build bridges to trust, respect, and understanding across culture. This cultural sustainability, as it relates to sustainable development, has to do with the maintaining of cultural beliefs, cultural practices, heritage conversion, and cultural as its own entity. There are many things say that how we are going to develop the cultural diversity. What is the role of the culture in development? Generally, cultural background gives children a sense of who they are. The unique cultural influences children respond to from birth, including customs and beliefs around the food and language and religion. These all things will be affecting to it. If you see the 17 sustainable goals, they are structured around the 5 pillars of the 2030 agenda. That is people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. These 5 P's highlight how SDG are an interviewed framework instead of a group of a solo goals. The progress on one P must be balanced and support the progress of another. Whenever we talk about many things of diversity, people say that diversity is nothing but multicultural people are living it, working together. But there are many things to give and take. That despite humans originating from a common ancestor, there are many differences between individuals or social groups. Since ancient times, humans have been moving from one place to another place. Since ancient time, these people, this is habituated for various reasons. We can't speculate that this is the reason. For various reasons, such as sometimes in the olden times, avoiding danger, having access to the resources, or finding a more suitable climate. Whatever people went, they formed communities and developed a common identity and distinct cultures. So this gives them that, what we can say that the sustainable development means it, whatever I want to stress specifically that the diversity will help to understand better what is in me and what is around me, how I am behaving with other people, how other people are reacting with me. In fact, my friends, what I want to say that the diversity is one of the major factor in globalization. The world is now in the globalization. We are towards the globalization. When we are moving towards the globalization, there is no boundaries. The country may have the boundaries, but we don't have any boundaries to keep up fix up. So the diversity plays very important role in the development of the human being. There must be more research has to come forward for this diversity. The research which tells us that how diversity is linked to the one nation's development, how diversity is going on affect the development of the nation, how the diversity is the backbone of the development. So these are the few things what we can say that we can assume that diversity is a fundamental. Diversity is what we can say that it plays a very important role in every aspect. So I do not want to take more time. I am thankful for giving me this opportunity on this international platform. Really, I am thankful to the association, everything. And I am also active member of this one. So inshallah, I hope that I stressed my point to the audience. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. You truly depicted the real picture of cultural diversity and its uniqueness. Now,
Yes?
I would like to introduce, yes, sir.
No. Carry on. Sorry.
Okay. Dr. Navneet Kaur, ma'am, should we have the next speaker or have the question answer session?
We'll have question answer session later.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
let's listen to the other keynote speaker, and then both the speakers will be there to give the answers.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So I would like to introduce our next keynote speaker and guest speaker of the today, that is Dr. Suriramulu Gosikonda. Dr. Suriramulu Gosikonda is an accomplished assistant professor of sociology at Narsi Monji Institute of Management Studies in Telangana, India, specializing in various domains including sociology of education, Indian society, sociology of law, rural sociology, urban sociology, political sociology. He has also worked as research supervisor and field investigator, exhibiting his exceptional dedication towards research. He holds an impressive academic background with a PhD in sociology from University of Hyderabad, along with multiple degrees including MA, MEd, and MPhil. Dr. Gosikonda has a diverse research experience and has published several papers in esteemed journals and conference proceedings. Dr. Gosikonda has demonstrated his commitment to professional development by completing several online courses, workshops, FTPs in diverse areas such as ethics, global sustainability, emotional and social intelligence, and agricultural extension. He has also received recognition and accolades for his exemplary services in field of Red Cross Society. Noteworthy achievements in Dr. Gosikonda's career include being appointed as a member of committee constituted by National Council for Education, Research and Training (NCERT) for reviewing English textbooks and serving as a scientific reviewer for International Conference on Equitable Education in Post-Pandemic World. He has presented research papers at national, international conferences and accredited several Scopus UGC Care listed publications to his name. His publications have also extended its reach to newspapers and magazines. He has also enacted as resource person and has rich associations and memberships of professional bodies. Talking about his administrative skills, he is a program officer of NSS unit and coordinator of extension services of criteria 3 of NAC. With his extensive research experience, teaching proficiency, and dedication to academic growth, Dr. Suriramulu Gosikonda is a valuable asset in the field of sociology and higher education. We are honored to welcome you in today's international seminar, sir. The virtual platform is yours.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good evening to all of you. First of all, I thank all the members as well of the ICERT to give me this particular opportunity. I am great and honored to give my keynote address on this occasion, that is on World UNESCO Day. So I would like to share my thoughts in the form of PPT. Is it visible, ma'am?
Not yet, sir.
It's visible, madam.
No. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
It's visible, sir.
It is visible, sir. You can
Okay,
start.
okay, sir.
It is visible. You can start.
Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. So, as you know very well, already the first speaker has given some introduction as well as some important points about this UN and UNESCO World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development. So on this, I am trying to connect this particular topic with India's cultural heritage, especially NEP from the perspective of NEP 2020 means how NEP 2020 has included this particular cultural diversity within the draft means how it can able to trying to connect the cultural diversity within India into its educational platform, especially so as the students are very, very important stakeholders which are coming for next generation. So as we already given by our sir, keynote speaker and guest of honor. So it was started these days we are going to be celebrate as a cultural diversity for dialogue and development. And this was started in 2002 and especially this is completely for only for admiring the richness of the world cultures as well as achieving peace. So how by instead of creating some kind of the hate on the different cultural differences, we have to inculcate ourselves, we have to appreciate that particular diversity and we have to use that particular diversity for achieving the global peace and sustainable development. So this is a major thing. And it was started in 2001, Paris. It was this declaration was adopted in 2001 in Paris. Most of the time, this particular this particular declaration is having 10 articles with 4 different themes, such as pluralism, human rights, creativity, and international solidarity. So in detail, we have in that particular theme, but basically with the 4 particular pillars. And however, as guest of honor also stressed on the particular the 17 sustainable development goals, which without understanding the culture of the particular society or particular community or particular nation, we cannot move further in achieving these particular 17 sustainable development goals. If you take any goal, it is having something relation with the culture. So this in this way, so this particular day is going to be give particular scope for engaging all the people from all the stakeholders from all different countries to achieve this particular 17 goals. All these are 17 particular goals. If you take, for example, poverty, so poverty will be dealing with the local level apart from the international level. Then, for example, gender equality. If you take India, we have the gender differences between male and female. Not only India, some other developed the underdeveloped countries, we have the same problem. Then again, if you see, for example, uh, good health and well-being, this is also without understanding the culture of the people, we cannot go further. The final one is like, for example, 16th one is peace. So peace, if you see the curriculum of the Japan textbooks, they more specifically stress on this particular piece. So like that, even we also have some important points taken by preachings by Mahatma Gandhi or Buddha, like that we are also included. So finally, we have to take some partnership from all the stakeholders. This is about the 17 sustainable goals. So however, if you see the culture, why we have to understand the culture. So if you look at the international level, around 75% of the major conflicts in the world are related to culture. So that's why means most of the problems that are arisen because of cultural problem means unable to understand the cultural practices of one group by another group. This is a major reason where the most of the conflicts are being taking place. So that's why bridging this particular gap between the culture. So one culture group and another cultural group. So though they have some differences, but bridging this particular gap is very, very important for achieving the peace, stability, as well as development. However, the cultural diversity is one of the important driving force for development, not only for the economic development. Now, most of the countries are looking for this particular economic growth, but they're keeping aside about remaining like intellectual, emotional, moral, and spiritual. But if you understand the cultural diversity in a proper manner, we can also achieve all these particular developments. So, however, hence cultural diversity is an asset, and that is indispensable for poverty reduction and achievement of the sustainable development. So, as I said, cultural diversity is one of the major important aspects for any country, for any society. So, finally, acceptance or recognition of the cultural diversity is very, very important. So, thanks to the WhatsApp or Facebook or social media, and even this communications, information communication technology, modern communication, communication and information technologies. So, we are able to know what is happening in some other place, what is the greatness of some other culture. So like that, we are able to know because of this. So we have to use the social media, advanced technology for promotion of brotherhood among the across the country, across the nations. So again, the major 4 goals of this particular UNESCO Convention on Protection and Promotion of Diversity for cultural expression, that is governance for culture, sustainable governance for culture, and balanced flow of cultural goods and services, and integrate culture with the sustainable development framework whenever we want to achieve something. So try to add that cultural cultural ingredient to the particular development framework. And finally, we have to look this particular cultural dimension from the perspective of human rights. If you are denying the cultural rights of the particular people, we are nothing but denying their human rights. So if we go the little bit sociological perspective, what is the definition of the culture? So culture is nothing but a complex whole, which is going to be include knowledge, beliefs, art, moral, law, customs, whatever the human being is going to be have, or thinking, or eating, or dressing up, everything, whatever the particular community, in a particular community, a particular person is following, all his manners and everything is coming under culture, both material and immaterial. So, however, as per Robert Bersett, culture can be classified as cognitive, normative, and materials. These 3 types we can able to divide. And however, society, 1 minute. Sorry, power cut is here. Yeah. So then, however, society and culture both are interrelated. We cannot separate both of them. There is any society, obviously there will be having a particular culture. And again, there is no society exists without culture, and no culture is going to exist without any society. So again, within this particular culture, we have different parameters. First one is accumulation. So this is nothing but which is going to be transferred from one generation to other generation as a part of the life, as part of the family, as a part of the society or community. They are going to learn something from their family, from their society. So it is accumulation in the particular language, and diffusion, the transfer of cultural elements from one sphere to another sphere. So this is the most important for social development. For example, if you take our Indian case, widows remarriage or child marriages, so all these are abolished because of this particular diffusion process. What they are adopting maybe in the British Raj, or maybe some of the Western countries. So that we have taken. This is one kind of the diffusion. Then accommodation. So accommodation is nothing but adoption or adjustment of one thing to another. That is nothing but like Western education system is adopted in India. Now the Gurukula education system has gone away. So maybe some places it is there, like Veda Pathashala, like that it is there, but still accommodation is nothing but this one. And cross-fertilization. So cross-fertilization, that is nothing but the process of mutual give and take, like conjugation of 2 cultures, like Indo-Persian, we will see in the architecture process. Then acculturation. So acculturation is nothing but learning consciously, unconsciously culture through contact with it. Whenever the people are going to, so for example, Indian people are migrating to America or some other countries for higher education or maybe for job. So there, by staying there, they are trying to familiar with the culture of that particular country, and slowly they are trying to follow that one. This is nothing but the acculturation. And the next one is assimilation. So while conjugating of culture, one culture becomes so intimate with another as to lose its individuality. So this is assimilation, is complete domination of the new culture. For example, you can see English, how English has become the major language for communication in India or across the world, across the globe. So this is what assimilation. Slowly, the domination of the particular thing will become the called as the assimilation. Then, however, though we are following all this, though we know all these things, again there will be some problem in the some problem will be arisen when we follow some culture. So that is called as a cultural lag. So cultural lag is nothing but the difference between material culture and immaterial culture. That is nothing but faltering of one aspect of culture behind another. So that is difference between material culture and non-material culture. So it means where people are going to be follow modern tools and techniques, and they will do modern jobs, everything. But when it comes to their cultural practices, they will not able to live easily. For example, the people who are staying at like USA. So still, though they are Indians, though they are working in a modern country, advanced country, but whenever they go for any housewarming ceremony kind of thing, or whenever they want to join their kid in the school, they will go for all this kind of the as per their tradition they are going to follow. So this is called cultural lag. Means we cannot people mindset cannot move as like as the technology adoption. So this is called as a cultural lag. So the main causes for this cultural lag is maybe ideology, maybe technology is available nowadays, so people are following it more, and psychological dogmatism. So psychological dogmatism is nothing but man respects cultural practices and follows ancestors' values. So most of the human beings are trying to follow their culture, which has transformed from their family members for several generations. So it takes a lot of time to leave that particular culture. So this will be the major cause for the cultural lag. And however, especially in the early hunting and food gathering societies, if you see that one, most of those societies are homogeneous and monoculture. You'll find only one culture people used to follow, and you will not find any kind of diversity. But whereas the modern societies where we are now, we are living modern industrial postmodern societies, most of these societies are multicultural in nature. And culture is a distinctive character of a nation, a group, or a period of history. So if you see, we cannot say that only present culture is culture. We can also learn something from the history about the particular culture. So we can say that if you see, for example, what is the culture of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization, by looking into the history or by going with the archaeological evidences, we can comment something. We can understand something. What kind of the tools they were used. So this is called culture. And there are many as many cultures as groups. So as per how many groups are there, so that much number of the cultures will be available. As per the group, you will find number of the cultures. However, most of the reasons for this particular change is migration, colonization, and recent part of globalization, the major factors for the cultural diversity in every society. In the modern society, we are experiencing the cultural diversity. That is because of, especially nowadays, the globalization. And before that, colonization, and again people will go for different activities, especially for the for work purpose. So they used to move. So by that process also we can able to get the cultural diversity. And when it comes to our Indian side, I am trying to give this cultural diversity or cultural heritage or Indian heritage, how the NEP 2020 has incorporated. So this is the NEP 2020 was approved by government of India in July 2020, and it is completely, they wanted to completely revamping and restructure of education from pre-primary level to higher education. And most of the cultural aspects are also given much importance in the draft of the 2020, or I am trying to focus. So for example, how in NEP 2020 and India's heritage. So first of all, if you see, culturally India has been a cradle of great diversity in all walks of life, including languages and dialects, and classical dance forms, well-developed traditions of folk arts, music, pottery, sculptures, exquisite architecture, incredible cuisines, and different food crops, fabulous textiles. So all these are going to be, you will find different things. The food habits that are going to be followed in Kashmir will be different from the Kanyakumari, and also the dress appearance, that is, if you see from Kutch to Kohima, you will find different attires people are going to be used. So this will provide us a, a great knowledge to be inculcated to the young generation in the form of the textbooks or in the form of the education. So these rich legacies should be nurtured and preserved. So we cannot neglect these rich cultures. So these can be developed further and put into new uses through our education system. We can, if it is possible, we can see how the conservation methods were there, how people are used to pray different gods, especially Panchabhutas. So what methods they were used in the history, and what we can able to understand from that, how we can be able to adopt that particular great history to deal our current pollution or environmental related issues. So this is various religious culture, religious diversity also is another asset for Indian society. So we have different religions and different religious preachings, and what is the essence of those religions preachings are very important one. And food culture, if you see, different food habits are there throughout the across the country. So if you see the vegetarian, non-vegetarian, the clash between vegetarian and non-vegetarian, attacks on the people who are going to be who eat beef in some of the societies, that will be trying to hinder the harmony in the society. So if you see, if you understand the food habits based on their cultural, social, and geographical and agricultural factors, then there will be no problem. So this is we have to understand. Then different festivals, though India is one, but we have different festivals in different areas. So when it comes to Telangana, I'm from Telangana, so I'm trying to give this new festival called as Batukama as a state festival of Telangana, and now it is also added to the additional. Earlier it was not festival, it was not recognized by the government of Andhra Pradesh. So this is the not giving proper priority for the Telangana culture is a major reason for Telangana movement, in other words. So how culture is going to be driving force for separate movements is also we have to understand very clear. So if you accommodate all the people, if we accommodate, if we celebrate all the festivals of the communities, then there will be no problem. This is one of the festival. Then different classical dance in across the nation. Then different ethnic wears, especially handloom, that is Pochampalli or Kanjivaram or Banaras. Okay, all these are different parts of the country. We will have different handloom varieties. Then most of the spoken languages in the each state of India, different. Of course, majority of the states will follow Hindi. People will speak Hindi, but again the dialects will be different. So that we have to understand very clearly, and we have to appreciate for that. And education in the local language, the government of the National Education Policy 2020 stressed on. So by understanding this linguistic diversity, they also stressing on providing education to the children up to primary level in their mother tongue. So this is still whatever the recommendation given by Kotari Committee or National Education Policy in 1986, but the same thing is also going to be followed by this particular NUP 2020. So language is nothing but a medium for communication. It is going to be helps in the cognitive, social development, and knowledge acquisition, knowledge production. And young children learn the best in their local language. So people who are there in 2 to 8 years of age, they can have the capability of to learn many languages. So this particular psychological or developmental aspect we have to understand, and we have to provide them as many as languages apart from their mother tongue. Then, however, only 15% of the population speaks English, but the 54% speaks Hindi. So this is again stressing the importance of local languages as well as Hindi medium of instruction. So that's why the NEP 2020 has given recommended to go for mother tongue, Hindi as well as English. That whatever the formula, 3 language formula we have. So it should be continued. And after grade 8, students are encouraged to learn science bilingually. So after the 7th or 8th class, committee has recommended to go for bilingual language, especially in the science, so that so this will help the student to speak about science both in their home or mother language as well as mother tongue as well as English. So students will think about scientific concept in more than one way, and enable future scientists to talk about their work and science to their families, local channels and newspapers, and work for helping hometowns or maybe home cities or maybe different states. So this will means students can able to try to come at some problems, whatever they are observing in their local areas, and they will also ready to share their knowledge in their local newspapers. If you are going to be give them education both in local language as well as English. Then learning science is bilingual is a great advantage, as we know how Germany or Italy or different European countries are following right now. So most Nobel Prize winners in science reported that they think and speak about science in more than one language. If you see the history of the Nobel laureates, especially in science, so most of those people have studied in their local language, and later they have studied education in the English. So in that way they are trying to they were trying to look at a particular problem from multiple dimensions. So we can also understand in their interviews. So however, in India, many scientists complain about inability to think and speak about their subject in their mother tongue, which hindered their thinking process and outreach in their communities. Not only the inputs are shared by Nobel laureates, but also from Indian side. Different scientists who have the same feeling that they're unable to talk, unable to come up with some solution for the local problems because of the same problem. So simple example is we can understand the inability of proper technology for removing uh, manual manual scavengers. So simple example. So how it was there, and how the Western countries are very better in this sanitation issue, and how we are still lagging. So this is we can understand. So apart from that, again, the NEP 2020 also stressed on different foreign languages, especially apart from English, other languages. So people should be ready for global competencies, global demands. So the school level itself, they will be given a chance to go for learning some basics of some foreign language, apart from the three language formula. Then apart from the Indian languages, the government, the NEP 2020 also stressed on export Indian languages, especially it is nothing but the course name also they have given the languages of India. That the course name is nothing but the language of India. In that languages of India, they have recommended to include Sanskrit, classical languages like Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Odia, Pali, Persian, Prakrit, all should be also preserved by this way. Then Sanskrit has a great repository of knowledge in many subjects. If you see most of the literature that is available in Vedas or different epics is available in Sanskrit only. That's why, so they wanted to promote, they wanted to preserve this particular knowledge, and they wanted to give that particular knowledge to the other world and also develop ourselves. That is science, mathematics, medicine, law, economics, and all other different subjects. And Sanskrit and Prakrit has played a great role in Indian tradition of the quest for knowledge, including the study of 64 kalas or liberal arts. So as per our Vedas or epics, we have 64 liberal arts. So, and study of Sanskrit and its scientific nature should be encouraged. And however, if you see the Sanskrit writings also should be incorporated into the various school subjects, especially languages and also mathematics. Bhaskaracharya's writings on mathematics, especially algebra. So he has given a lot of good puzzles or writing sums, especially related to algebra, and which makes the student to learn very attentively, and also it creates interest in the mathematics. It will remove the phobia, it will eradicate the phobia of the mathematics from the school children, where most of the people have the mathematics phobia. So Panchatantra stories help in the inculcation of ethics among students. Panchatantra stories also very important in inculcation of the ethics among the school children. Hence, Sanskrit should be offered at all levels of school, and higher education as one of the optional languages. So it will be means Sanskrit can be offered both at school level and higher education level, apart from the different language that are available that are mentioned in Schedule 8. And incorporation of ethical and moral reasonings like patriotism, sacrifice, non-violence, truth, forgiveness, mercy, sympathy, fraternity. The all these are the outcome or the essence of the different religions across the world. And the development of constitutional values like equality, liberty, freedom, justice, humanness, fairness, social responsibility, honesty, scientific temper, unity, peace, embracing, and diversity and plurality. These are also another constitutional values where we have adopted from different countries or different world important revolutions. And inculcation of Indian knowledge systems into curriculum like yoga, medicine, philosophy, psychology. You all we people know the International Day of Yoga that we have completed. I mean, the world is now looking to India for new knowledge for solving the new problem that are arising. And also second one is recently we are celebrating this year we are celebrating International Year of Millets IYOM. So this is also millets is one of the major crop in India, and the India has proposed to have to go for this one. So where the millets are going to be play a major role, where the millets are going to become a good food for the especially for the poor people. People can able to get good nutritious at cheaper rate. And local and tribal knowledge systems in textbooks should be included. And course on Indian knowledge systems should be developed. And national textbook with local content and place. So whatever though NCERT is developing some textbooks, most of the textbooks are developed by NCERT. But again, within that local, I mean, state level issues also can be incorporated. So apart from this, even UGC also initiated some of the important things to including the cultural diversity. So it is nothing but recently, very recently, just 20 days ago, the UGC has issued a notice on to introduce courses based on Indian heritage and culture, and the preparation of textbooks of medicine or engineering or different or pharma, different courses, very especially technical courses or higher education textbooks are initiated to make available in the local languages, maybe Hindi or Telugu or Kannada, like that. And Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat is another important program where two different state students are going to be learn something about culture as well as language, and they are trying to exchange the culture. And students from Uttarakhand are recently visited Warangal. So this is Warangal, especially the Ramappa temple, which is UNESCO World Heritage Site 2022. So this is the picture, Ramappa temple. This is the how the different sculpture as prepared by developed by those times of artists. This is another picture. So, however, finally, like I'm saying, I would like to say culture is like mother. Whether some of the people maybe agree or not, but culture is like mother, and every culture is unique and great. When we say our mother is great, culture is also something like if you are coming from particular culture, we will say that it's very great. So everyone will have the same feeling. So we have to understand that particular feeling. So language, food, dress, deities, marriage and kinship practices, religious ceremonies, value systems vary from one ethnic group to another. And culture gives any group a unique identity. So because of our culture only, we will be easily identified that you are coming from that particular place. If you go to Tamil Nadu, many of the people will wear something like a lungi or pancha. So we can easily identify them. Even I think we have former Vice President Venkaiah Naidu. He is from Telugu, I mean Andhra Pradesh. So he, because of his attire, we can easily identify it from this particular place. So like that, the culture is going to be provided some identity. And cultural diversity is an advantage, but not a hurdle. So we have to feel very great that cultural diversity is an advantage, but not as a hurdle. So if you see this particular picture, if you say if you are you see the beautiness of this particular picture. So if you are there only with the violet color of the tulips, so you will have only one color. But if you see the beautiness has increased because of the different colors of the presence of the different colors of the tulips here. So this is the where we have to understand the different cultures will provide us more knowledge. In this way, NEP 2020 is focusing on cultural diversity by promoting Indian languages to achieve peace in the country as well as reach the United Sustainable Development Goals as per the international targets. As the world is moving very fast towards cultural plurality, in the current era of globalization, those who maybe country, maybe society, maybe individual, appreciate, those who are going to appreciate, adjust, and learn from multicultures will only flourish in the future. And hence, cultural diversity is an inevitable phenomena that promotes and accelerates sustainable development across the globe. So this is means we have to like, for example, if you see most of the Kerala and Tamil Nadu people, they used to eat food in the banana leaf. So how we can deal with the plastic problem with this? So means lot of knowledge is there in the different cultures. Not only this side, every culture has their own knowledge, and once we utilize that particular knowledge, then there will be no conflicts in the society. As majority of the conflicts are only because of the cultural problems. So we have to appreciate that one, and we have to further for establishing the peace around the country across the globe. It is the need of the hour to appreciate the cultural diversity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So very rightly said that once you understand and appreciate other people's cultural backgrounds, then you can also connect with them more. It was a very insightful presentation, sir, starting from the goals of UNESCO and then the basic fundas of culture that we were very unaware of, and the beautiful impact and role of NEP 2020 that you have depicted in promoting cultural diversity was very meaningful and wonderful. So thank you for this beautiful and insightful presentation. Now, I would like to invite our special guest today, Professor Dr. Rajendra Kumar Uppal, Professor, Baba Farid College of Management and Technology, Bathinda, Punjab, to give his views on cultural diversity. Dr. Rajendra Kumar Uppal, a prolific writer, a man of letters, an acclaimed academician, research stalwart, and more ingenious guide, has won accolades not only in academic field but also in the genre of research, completing the maximum number of major postdoctoral research projects on banking and finance. He has registered his name in India Book of Records, Asia Book of Records, International Book of Records, and World Book of Records. He presented 95 research papers in different national and international conferences and edited, authored 72 books. 8 of his research papers are lauded at different international conferences held at Hawaii, Indonesia, Finland, Costa Rica, Australia, London, and Pakistan, respectively. He has even won awarded honorary D.Litt by reputed business university Costa Rica in 2014. Orville University awarded D.Litt, International Peace University awarded honorary D.Litt, and Nelson Mandela USA also awarded Doctor of Letters to Dr. Uppal. University of South America has also awarded honorary D.Litt. International Journal, Pune conferred the Best Reviewer Award on him. He has also been honored with several awards, serving as chief and editor of reputed research journals, member of various professional bodies, and invited for research expert talks as well. We are honored to welcome you in today's international seminar, sir. We welcome you.
We'll request ICRT host to please unmute Mr. Uppal.
Dr. Uppal, are you there?
Make a call, madam, once. Better.
Sir, you need to unmute yourself. Rajendraji, you need to unmute yourself. We can't hear you. I'll request ICERT host to kindly unmute Rajendra Kumar Uppalji. He's there on the platform. Rajendraji, just write in the chat box to ICRT host to unmute you.
So you are the co-host now. You can unmute yourself. Thank you.
Just a minute. Now, good evening to all. Am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good evening to all. Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru were two top leaders, not in India, even in the world. Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru model of growth was purely concerned with peace, prosperity, cultural diversity, and sustainable development. Once Mahatma Gandhi said to Jawaharlal Nehru, we should not introduce more technology, more information technology and large scale industry. Otherwise, we will unable to get the peace. And Jawaharlal Nehru was not agree with Mahatma Gandhi. And that is why we are now facing so many problems at national level. Our students are not interested to stay in India. They are ready to go in abroad. Same is the Mahatma Buddha. He was interested in peace and prosperity and cultural diversity and sustainable development. Indian culture, culture in diversity is very, very rich. During Republic Day or Independence Day celebrations, demonstrations of diverse culture of India is a beautiful event. The chief guest of the day, either it is a Republic Day or it is a Independence Day, always the cultural diversity is always said it is a beautiful event. Former President of America, Obama and Trump visited our Gujarat and Allahabad, enjoyed a lot with our different culture. Very rich culture in the village. Same in the case of G20. Is a big example of togetherness when 20 countries in the month of September, India will meet for the G20 meeting. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization is a specialized agency of the United Nations aimed at promoting world peace and security through international cooperation in educational, arts, sciences, and culture. It has 193 states, 12 associate members, as well as partners in the non-governmental and intergovernmental and private sector. UNESCO was shaped by the Second World War is to create peace and sustainable development and human rights by facilitate collaboration and dialogue among the nations. UNESCO is a member of the United Nations Sustainable Development Group. UNESCO promotes press freedom and cultural diversity. Held every year, 21st May, UNESCO leads to celebrate a World Day for Cultural Diversity or Dialogue Development, highlighting not only the richness of the world cultures, but also the essential role of intercultural dialogue for achieving peace and sustainable development. 89% of current conflicts at the world level occurring due to the low intercultural dialogue. To create peace, unity, and harmony is a key challenge to obtain sustainable development. According to UNESCO data, the cultural and creative sector, not in India, even at the world, has got the less significance. It accounts more than 48% million jobs globally, almost half of which are
were women representing 6.2% of all existing employment, 3.1% global GDP. It is also the sector that implies and provides opportunities for the largest number of young people under the age 30. However, the cultural and creative sector still does not have the place it deserves in public policies and international cooperation. In my opinion, at this junction, it is very, very important. All the governments, central government should give more importance to this creative sector to create the peace and harmony at the international level, so that and in national and international policies, this sector should be given proper place. Then diversity in India. In India, there are so many languages. There are 22 official languages are there. In India, 79.8% are Hindus in the total population, and 14.2% Muslim, Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains are there. And we celebrate our cultural jointly. The world major complex have cultural dimension. Bridging the gap between the cultures is urgent and necessary for peace, stability, sustainable development. Cultural diversity is a driving force of development, not only with respect to economic growth, but also as a means of leading more fulfilling intellectual, emotional, and moral and spiritual life. Cultural diversity is thus asset that is indispensable for poverty reduction, which is a major sustainable development goal and the achievements. Then the term cultural diversity can also refer to having different cultures respect each other, the differences. It is also used to mention the variety of human societies of cultures in specific region or in the world as a whole. The cultural diversity, or sometimes referred as a multiculturalism, is a system that recognizes and respects the existence and presence diverse groups of people within a society. This system values the socio-cultural differences and encourages each individual to celebrate, and an environment with diverse culture also inspires everyone within society to make significant contribution to empower their cultural identity as well as others. A cultural diverse workforce place also means a system where people recognized and respected for their different interests, talents, and skills. Why is cultural diversity is very, very important in life? When there is a cultural diversity, then the efficiency of the work will increase. Say this is a hand, even our 5 fingers are not similar. They work their own. In my opinion, or say we have the opinion, there should be a cultural diversity, but there should be unity in the diversity. Some cultural practice may violate human rights. In the general society's view, we work together for educating the public without discriminating or insulting the community the cultural practice belong to. Encouraging cultural diversity in a workplace means including various factors such as language, religion, sexual orientation, and political views. Employees are known to work better together with people from various backgrounds and cultures can eye to eye. A culturally diverse organization will able to pool people with different experiences and points of their togetherness towards common goals. Here is a list of some types of diversity at the workplace. cultural diversity, racial diversity, religious diversity, age diversity, sex or gender diversity, sexual orientation, disability. The type of diversity is, if I will talk to the cultural diversity, it is related to each person's traditions. It's usually the set of norms we get from the society we were raised in or our family values. Having different cultures in the workplace, more common in multinational companies. For example, some cultures might have special foods they eat during holidays, while others might have dances, music that they enjoy. Some culture might different language, wear different clothes, clothing, different beliefs and values. What is cultural diversity and why it is important? The world is a colorful canvas of people from walks of the life, backgrounds. In every corner of the globe, there exist people from different religion, racial identification, ethnic identities, and different languages, and celebrate different holidays. Culture shapes us. Cultural brings people together equally. Celebration in brief, without culture and cultural diversity, the world would be sad and dull place. I will not talk about this part. India is one of the most religious country in the world with large and active population of Hindus. 80% Hindus, 14% Muslims, and 3% Christians, 2% Sikhs, and others. A person's name, occupation, style, marriage partner, and diet are all large based on religion. India has 21 official recognized languages. Under Constitution, Hindi and English are official languages of the country. Hindi, Bengali, Telugu, Marathi, Tamil, Urdu, Gujarati, Odia, Punjabi, Haryanvi are the common language used for India, and these languages are creating harmony and unity among the diversity. There are some diversities in festivals like Baisakhi, Basant Panchami, Durga Puja, Holi, Janmashtami, Karwa Chauth, Maha Shivratri, Ganesh Puja, Rakhi. Although these are the different cultures in Punjab or say in India, but we celebrate these occasions with harmony. Diversity in clothing, diversity in architecture, diversity in dishes. There are other important types of diversity too, like socio-economic background, class diversity, diversity in education, life experiences, personality. Why is diversity important? The business case for diversity has been thoroughly laid out for years. If every team member has the same background, attributes, and perspective, then efficiency will decline. Efficiency will increase when there are diverse type of people are there. If we go to the bank, if we go to the school, if we go to the college, if there are male and females are present there, the efficiency will be there. There will be no any type of like discrimination. It will be a factor of what I will say development. In my opinion, there should be diversity, and among the diversity there should be unity and harmony. We should respect each other, either it is a Hindu, either it is a Sikh, or any type of religion. One of the biggest things you can do diversity in your workplace is the old diversity sensitivity training. The employees or say organizers should give some training to their employees to create the unity and harmony. Why World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue is celebrated? It promotes human rights, it educates people in diversity, it increases the mobility of artists. UNESCO, as the UN specialized agency with a global mandate on culture, is engaged in unleashing the power of culture for the achievement of the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. UNESCO moves the 17 SDGs Sustainable Development Goals ahead through its 6 cultural conventions by driving sustainable impact. Culture provides the necessary transformative dimension and ensure the sustainability of development process. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development adopted by United Nations member states in 2015 provides a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for people and the planet now and into the future. There are 17 goals for the sustainable development. I hope if the governments are able to create the unity and harmony in the diversity, and the day will come, we will achieve the target of sustainable development, almost all the goals. At present, there is a big challenge for the UNESCO, how to create the unity in the diversity. If the UNESCO is able to create the unity, I hope the day will come when we will able to jointly create the unity, and we will able to obtain all the sustainable goals. Thank you so much. And once again, I congratulate all the members of ICERT because it is a very, very important topic. And once again, I congratulations to all the members, Madam Navneet Kaur, Dr. Dilpreet Kaur, and other members, Dr. Sanjeev, and other members. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Wonderful insights, I must say. You have presented very informative facts and figures about cultural diversity as per UNESCO that has truly depicted the reality of cultural diversity at international and national level. And the paramount importance you have highlighted is of immense significance. Thank you for this beautifully articulated presentation. Now, we are going to move to the practical implication of cultural diversity by including the perspectives of all our participants from various countries to understand the cultural diversity in a more diverse way. So I invite Dr. Navneet Kaur ma'am to conduct this open house discussion so that participants can cater their doubts and express their opinions. Dr. Navneet ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Dilpreet. What a beautiful session. All the 3 speakers, Dr. Mohammed Shafiuddin, Dr. Sriramulu, and Dr. Uppal, beautifully described that strength lies in differences, not in similarities. Once you understand and appreciate other people's cultural backgrounds, then you can also connect with them more. We may have different religion, different languages, different colored skin, we all but belong to one human race. And diversity is not about we differ. It is about embracing one another's uniqueness. Knowing everything, still a lot of problems come. Let me start the question hour, and kindly it is open to everyone. Please raise your hands. I'll be putting the question first, and let's even all the 3 resource persons here can also be a part of it. So my first question is, have you ever felt difference from others because of your beliefs, because of your ethnicity, because of your race? Have you treated poorly? How did you deal this kind of situation? Yeah, I'll start with Aparna. Please unmute yourself, Miss Aparna.
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I'm from Hyderabad and I'm a Sanskrit professor.
Okay.
Fortunately, I have not come across any such thing being living in a city of Hyderabad where we have a very, very cosmopolitan atmosphere. Telugus, Muslims. I'm a Maharashtrian. And so, touch wood, I have not come across any such thing. And I want to congratulate and thank all the speakers, especially the first speaker, because Sanskrit is my subject. And the promotion of Sanskrit through NEP, I was reading through the slides, listening to the speakers. Thank you very much for such a wonderful event and program, ma'am. Thank you so
Ma'am
much.
Aparna, for your appreciation. I'll request the people over there, the participants, please check if on your screen, Dr. Sandeep Kumar is written. So go to rename, change your name, because then only I can call you. Because I can see hands are up, but everywhere Dr. Sandeep's name is there. So please change the name, rename it, and then I'll call you. Okay, I'll call Umar Ibrahim Danlami. Umar Ibrahim Danlami, please unmute yourself. Yeah, you can speak.
Good afternoon, House.
Good afternoon.
My name is Umar Ibrahim Alami. I'm calling from Nigeria.
Great. Please.
Well, it was a nice Zoom, and I really appreciate it. Well, in my own nation, we used to have this kind of diversity issues, and like I would say, there are some places that you as a person that belongs to one part of the country, let's say the south and the north of Nigeria. So most times, if you travel to the south, if you are in northern Nigeria and you travel to the southern Nigeria, you won't be able to participate in some of your cultural duties due to the diversity we are having in the country. But with this kind of workshop, if we are trying to be able to learn about more on diversity, all those things people will not be having issues with it. So I'm really happy that I participate in this workshop, and I hope most of the people will understand it and make use of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Umar Ibrahim, for your sharing. I'll invite Martin Onwuka on the platform. Martins Onwuka, please unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, I'm calling from Nigeria.
Yeah, please.
Yes, I'm very delighted by this Zoom conference. It is quite enlightening. It is quite educative. Talking about cultural diversity. I personally have not experienced cultural discrimination in my country. Majorly, we have three divides in the country: the north, the east, and the west. I happen to come from the east. I schooled in the west and was given educational scholarship in my first degree by a Westerner who did not consider where I was coming from. I served the nation, that is the National Youth Service in the North. I was given state award by the Northern State Governor where I served. And currently I'm in the north part of Nigeria, where I also work in one of the state institutions. So it is very, I think what we are experiencing in Nigeria is a political mismanagement of the diversity, which actually should have been a plus for us to harness the beauty that God has given us as a nation. I really appreciate this conference. I desire that it be cascaded down to my country where we all appreciate it and really see the gain in our diversity. Thank you.
So Martins, what is the hardest part of working in a diverse environment? As you said that you have political problems over there. So what is the hardest part of working in such environment? Or anybody else wants to take that? I'll call Sola Olurunda. Hi, Sola. You can unmute yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Shola Olorunda from Nigeria. I'm from the western southern part of Nigeria here. Having listened to speakers concerning the cultural diversity, some main points we pointed out where they delivered their speech, and which everybody has already learned. But my contribution is that in Nigeria here, our government, my previous scholars who have mentioned the kind of the political or whatever they have mentioned, Nigerian government have taken a premature decision concerning the Nigerian government have tried to do a lot of things in terms of the cultural diversity concerning the
I think there is some network. Yes, Sola.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yes.
we are hearing you.
Yes, Nigerian they have provided a lot of measures to address the cultural diversity. One of them is the NYSC National Youth Service course. After your mandatory 4 years university or whatever year you are using, definitely you have a mandatory 1 year to go and serve the nation. Definitely you will be posted to the various destinations in other parts of the country to go and experience the cultures. Go and do, at least we have over 500 languages in Nigeria, and then we have 250 ethnic groups. So definitely every Nigerian citizen who has dedicated in one way or the other should go out and learn other people's culture in order to bring a unity, peace in the country. I believe there's no any nation in the world that doesn't have their own crisis. Every nation in the part of the world, all their own crisis in one way or the other. But in Nigeria here, our government have tried a lot to do. They have done a lot in terms of the cultural diversity to bring a unity to the mainstream for the citizens. So we have a lot that they have done in terms of the unifications of the country, providing in the area of unity. That is why we have the first time in 1977. A lot of things have been done by our government in terms of culture. But what I noticed is that most of the leaders most of the followers per se some cannot differentiate between the cultures and the religions. So those are the areas I know that there are the problems that are passing. Some have mixed religion with cultures, and then in that areas there's a lot of crisis in that area.
Definitely. So if those leaders are giving privilege and respect and honor to every religion, I think then that will be a solution.
Yes.
Right? Thank you so much for sharing. I'll invite Dr. Olawela. Dr. Olawela Oimate. Yeah, please unmute yourself and share your perspective on this. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, audience.
Yes, good afternoon.
It's a pleasure being on this platform. I want to start by saying UNESCO organizing the ongoing webinar is an instance of cultural diversity.
Yes.
I'm speaking from Nigeria, and that is a plus to the actualization of our 17 Sustainable Development Goal. UNESCO is viably doing well, helping to project the realization of the Sustainable Development Goal by organizing this wonderful webinar to serve as a projection of global diversity, which is an actualization and fulfillment of Goal 17, partnering and partnership. Cutting across the other 16 goals, it is obvious and clear that together we stand, divided we fall. The world globally is one. Thank you.
Wonderful, articulated, wonderful. Thank you so much. And
It's a
great
pleasure.
initiative by ICERT, UNESCO, UNO. This is a beautiful platform, a great example of cultural diversity. I am from a different country, you're from a different country, but we belong to one human race. And I think we should be proud of that. Thank you, sir, for wonderful output of yours. I'll invite now Grace Aknabi.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Grace. Platform is yours. Please give your perspective.
Okay,
Good afternoon, everyone.
Oh my God. Oh, I'll make my contribution again. Chi baby.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Dr. Grace.
Yes.
Oh, my
I'm
down.
sorry. I never knew I was one that has Sandik Kuma on my line. It was when I raised up my hand and you commented. I now went to look at the participants. So that was why I came. So I'm so sorry. So talking about feeling different, have I ever felt different? I felt different on some occasions, especially when I'm outside the country. There was an instance. I went to a country and I was asking for a particular hall of conference. And I was speaking to that person in English, and he was replying in English, telling me that he doesn't understand. I was now asking myself, is my English different or what?
No, it's so good.
So later on, somebody was telling me that some of them could be funny and naughty.
Yes.
They don't want to speak English. They want you to speak their own language to them in their own nation. And sometimes you get to meet individuals like in different countries. I don't want to be specific. I don't want to mention countries so that it won't be as if one is stigmatizing a particular nation or what. But I think when we get to know each other in conferences, in seminars like this, we should try and learn little greetings in different languages. Like good afternoon in India language. If I meet an Indian and say good afternoon in his language, I think he gets better. You know, there is that feeling as humans. When you see somebody speaking your language, you feel you have a sense of belonging. So sometimes you find yourself in the midst of people who don't understand your language, don't understand their language, and don't seem to get on. And they are not willing to speak English, despite the fact that they understand English. These are some of the things that educators should try, you know, and take steps in learning other languages. Like if I get to Germany now, and I'm saying bye-bye, I can say Ofidesi or something like that, and I will teach them Ekaro, good morning, good afternoon. So we educators, as we move around the world, we should also imbibe this cultural diversity by learning little things about other people's languages. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Grace. That was so beautiful. Being an educator, I need to be open to every country. I need to be open to every individual. Whatever language he or she is comfortable, I should come to that level. I believe so. And this is what I think when you have gone on the conference, it is very important. Even English, when I'm speaking English, my spoken can be a different, yours can be a different. But if we will honor each other, trust me, we will be able to understand each other more beautifully. That is the language of love, trust, and a beautiful example of cultural diversity. Thank you, Dr. Grace. That was wonderful. I'll invite Dr. Niranjan Jaladas from Kolkata. Dr. Niranjan Jaladas, please unmute yourself.
Thank you for this illuminating session. Thank you so much to ICERT. I would like to share actually, that is my observation related to my research work, and I presented this paper in NML, Nehru Memorial Museum Library.
Okay.
So that is, I would like to share regarding ecological diversity. That is actually primarily it was at least from state ends, it was concluded that that was violation of the environmental acts by the marginal community. But when later by the Swaminathan Committee report that it was actually unjust for the community. So they had, it was supposed to rethink, but it was done later. And now the marginal community cannot be settled there because of their economic barriers. So that is one type of ecological diversity I would like to say that really was very crucial, critical for the marginal community. So, and I would like to thank again because for this interactive session, and we don't experience this type of interactive session after end of the earlier also I have attended actually your seminars, conference webinar. So now this is for the first time. I'm really happy with this, and we would be very grateful to you for organizing such
Thank
session.
you, Dr.
Thank you.
Niranjan. That was a wonderful example, and definitely things will be more better in the project you're doing, and more opportunities will be given through this platform or from any other platform also. All the best to you for that. Now I'll invite Gerald Ugagu. Gerald Ugagu, please unmute yourself and you can share your thoughts. Gerald Ugagu, if you can hear me. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Dr. Gerald Ugagu. I'm calling from eastern part of Nigeria.
Okay.
Okay, I want to thank UNESCO for organizing this conference on cultural diversity. In this part of country, Nigeria, we don't have much problem in our ethnic groups. This country will have one unifying factor or scheme which have bring several people together, like our National Youth Service Corps, which is mandatory for every graduate in Nigeria. In this scheme, people from the East will be requested to go to the North and spend 1 year there and also learn their culture. People from the North will be sent to the West or to the East, and we also keep unifying ourselves. But the major problem we have in this country called Nigeria is political problems. They try to divide us. They try to bring ethnic sentiments, trying to tell us that the East is never part of the country. The North is the leading part or the leading head in the country, or the West is not supposed to be the head. And why are they doing that? They are doing that within a particular cycle. This cycle we call the big men, the people who think that they are the head and they must remain the head. They continue to bring in these factors into the kids that are just learning how to behave in the country. In the primary school, they will try to tell the people that you are not from the East, you are not acceptable there. The people from the East will tell somebody from the East that the North will not accept you. Why are they doing this? They are only doing this to continue to take the glory and enslave the people who are supposed to learn all this diversity, all these cultures, and thrive in it. So I am thanking all of you, the organizers of this conference, for making this possible. If we, the educationists, can carry this along and imbibe or try to make the young ones to also learn that apart from this divide, we are one race.
Definitely,
and this is
Dr.
very,
Gerald.
yes.
Dr.
Apart from the
Gerald,
we are one race.
thank you, Dr.
Okay.
Gerald. This
Thank
is
you.
what is important for an educationist to understand. Now we talk about holistic education. We have to make our child imbibe with every 21st century skill. If the child of today is a great leader with a humane quality, then definitely these political leaders can't do anything. When he's coming at this post, when he's becoming the political leader, he'll be a eternal leader of all. So being a teacher, it is my duty to give all those education, holistic education to my kid. Thank you so much for taking that point. I want to add something here now. We are talking about cultural diversity, where we are talking about race and ethnicity. Now, I want to take more on age, disability, gender identification, biological, 6 problems. There are many, many problems when we talk about cultural diversity. I'll take the question now next to Professor Alais Asim, but I'm changing little this concept. How do young people in your culture behave differently from younger, older people? Because there is a lot of generation gap. So we need to work upon this cultural diversity also, that how young people in your culture behave differently from older people. I'll invite on the platform Professor Alais Asim. Please unmute yourself, Professor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice to be here. I've been a regular.
Yes.
This webinar, I really enjoy it. If you can see my image, you see me with my hair braided.
Yeah.
I belong to the older generation.
Okay.
So you see, the children of today in our country feel they need to be like some other people, forgetting that we have our own culture. No matter what happens, you must first identify who you are as a person. And then you see what others are. You pick what is good and you leave what is not too good. Because the issue of the new generation is that they feel so many things that they read. They say today, if you have a child, don't put the sex in the birth certificate until that child grows up to a level to decide whether he wants to be a male or a female. That's not what the older generation believe. But today in our culture, you see the male child piercing ears, braiding the hair like a female, certain things that a mix in culture. We believe in diversity, but I think the younger generation have gone too far for even the parents that brought them. And that is the bad aspect. Every positive thing has its own negative aspects. And I think we owe it to
Very true, Professor Alais. As children must understand the legacy of our culture. Whatever culture I am in, I need to take that to my younger ones also. Very, very true. We agree on that. I'll invite Dr. Zubairu Suleiman with his thoughts. Dr. Zubairu Suleiman. Dr. Zubairu Suleiman, please, if you can come on the board.
All right. Thank you, Ma, and good day, everyone.
Greetings.
I don't know whether people can see me.
We can see you.
Okay. I am Zubairu Suleiman from Gombe State, precisely a lecturer in Gombe State University, which is in the northeastern part of Nigeria. I'm very much happy to join this international seminar or conference, bringing in people with a lot of ideas on the subject matter of cultural diversity and how this can promote growth and sustainable development. And one of the contributors clearly pointed out, even this international seminar is an attempt to achieving this noble goal of making the cultural diversity to spread and also to bring it on board.
Wonderful.
My other brothers from Nigeria, Dr. Ogago, if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Gerald, if I have mentioned the name correctly,
Yes.
a brother from eastern part of Nigeria, and I'm from northeastern part of Nigeria. He is from southeastern part of Nigeria. He has made a lot of contributions with regards to how our cultural diversity in Nigeria is being affected by politics. I quite agree with him, and I have this concern as well. And I am urging that the organizers of this event, particularly the officials of UNESCO and other collaborators, should try to take this challenge. Most African countries, not only Nigeria, used to have this problem of how politics is being mixed with culture, and politicians are using this to achieve their political goal or political ambition. And at the end, they tend to destroy the cultural diversity of their nation or nations. So I think this is a great concern, that it calls for organizing maybe perhaps the next year's international seminar on cultural diversity to focus on this particular problem.
Definitely,
so this is
Dr. Zubairu. That's wonderful sharing. Thank you so much. I invite on the board Sushila Kaliraman. I'll request Ms. Sushila Kaliraman to please come on the board and give your thoughts. If you're hearing me, Ms. Sushila Kaliraman, please unmute yourself and you can share your perspective. Ms. Sushila Kaliraman.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So I think I had lost some connection with the last question. I had raised my hand for the diversity.
Ma'am, you continue with that.
All right. So I just wanted to share, ma'am, about the experience on the diversity and diverse cultures in India. I am a principal working at Bal Bharati School in Haryana. It's a small town connecting Delhi, Bahadurgarh. So I have worked in UP, I have worked in Uttarakhand, I have worked in Haryana, and I've studied in Rajasthan. So having a lot of experience from different states of India, and being a principal in army school, also had people from different culture, the students from the different culture, because the army has people from all over the nation. I never felt if there is anything that probably would trouble us. We always worked as a single knit thread, and people were ready to help. And I think extending, support, moral support, as well as the other support, whatever required by anybody. And I think we always, went forward. Even today, if I talk, like I've just visited Dehradun yesterday, we visited the school, which is a very prestigious school of India, RIMC, if you've heard of.
Yes.
So that's called Mini India.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the children playing, they are from different states. And they were helping each other to boost in the activities, the matches. So I think this is what the Indian culture is giving us. And this is what the world needs as on today.
Thank you, Sushila ma'am. I'm so happy to see you after so long. And,
thank you, ma'am. I saw your name, so I registered quickly because I was out of station.
So this is, see, the example of cultural diversity.
Yeah.
What you have quoted, it really came to my heart also. I'm from a forces background. My dad was in Air Force, and we used to live together with so many different cultural people. Absolutely. I remember every culture was our culture.
Yes.
It may be any festival, it may be Durga Puja, it may be Eid, it may be Christmas, it may be Pongal, any festival.
Absolutely,
it used to be our festival. And we used to feel that we are one. And today also the same thing is happening because it is imbibed in us. And that
Yes.
is the beauty of cultural diversity.
Absolutely.
Religion is really important, but how you're bringing up is coming up, you become one. And I think at global platform, we are learning salsa, we are learning bachata, we are learning every form of culture. And I think we are together here. We are learning tribal dance. So everything. Thank you so much. It was wonderful sharing, so Sheila ma'am. Great to see you after so long. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Time is very less, but there's a lot of big lists, but I'll take one more. Dr. Keshav Chandra Mandal. Dr. Keshav Chandra Mandal, please, if you can unmute yourself and quick reflect of your experience. Dr. Keshav Chandra Mandal, if you're there, please unmute yourself. Otherwise, I'll go to next. Awode Alufemi.
Namaskar.
Okay, you are there. Okay, please.
Yes, I am there.
Namaste.
Yeah, thank you very much for organizing such a wonderful conference. And the topic here is cultural diversity. In India, we as a whole feel one type of unity among our diversity. Here, people from all religious communities, from all almost all what I say caste, creed, and various social groups live together. Ma'am rightly told a few minutes ago, the principal. I am also a principal of a high school, and I also am working. I mean, I am also an author, and I wrote a book on NEP 2020. So it seems to me that cultural diversity, it is hidden in India. We sometimes feel it is not visible actually, but when we talk among our peers or within our peers, maybe in groups, then it is visible, or then it is then we can really understand the hit. Suppose one has come from another country, maybe from African country here and studying in Delhi University or maybe in Jawaharlal University. There or in another universities or in other workplaces, I find, and it came to my knowledge, that there in groups, students are discussing about their color, about their maybe about their food habits, about their dress code, and so many things. In India also, recently I had the opportunity to read a book of Deepak Bodapanda. He wrote about the cultural diversity of one particular region called Paschim Midnapur. How the people eat, what they eat, how the ingredients, how they make food, and how they are being, being trolled by people of other districts of our state. This is a very good book, and it seems to me that in India, what we learn from our families, we try to respect each other. Maybe someone is Muslim living in our neighborhood. Maybe someone is Christian living just beside our home, or maybe in our school. I find Hindus, Muslims, and Buddhists and Christians are reading. They are playing, but they are children. What are the things that seems to me that we the teachers, we as parents have a greater role to play. You see, from one person from Nigeria told that political leaders often try to ignite the flame of cultural diversity just to have their political dividend. I also agree with him. But here in India, we people together go to see Durga Puja. We people used to celebrate Christmas, 25th December, and other cultural and religious festivals together. In Delhi, I was in Delhi for nearly 10 years. I found that during Lakshmi Puja, during Kali Puja, on that day, people from maybe South Indian people, there was a family who were from Kerala. they came to my home, came to our house with a packet of sweets. And,
So, Dr. Keshav, what I've got from you is we must respect and honor every culture, and it creates more binding only. You become family. You're more close. Globally, you're more close then. Thank you so much for wonderful initiative. I can see Ahmed Varsame over there. Yes, please, you can unmute yourself, but be brief because I want to take 2-3 people, those who are there on the video. Thank you, Dr. Keshav. It was wonderful interacting and hearing from you. Yes, Mr. Ahmed, please.
Thank you, Ma. I'm very delighted here to participate from this wonderful conference or seminar. My name is Ahmed Warsame. I'm from Somalia. I think I'm today with a great nations. I can see that more people, they are from Nigeria, and Nigeria is a country that always an example for diversity. They call giant of Africa. And also here, I can see that a lot of people here is from India. And the India is also part of a cultural identity, and they call Bharat or Hindustan. So today, I want to share about the multiculturalism in my country, Somalia. So you know, in the new generation in my country, they are really different from the other old generation. They mixed with the new thing that always influenced them, such as the social media. They are different from the old generation. Their thinking are basic on about how the other countries are behaving. Like if something like new thing is coming, like, you know, there is a break on trending viral things in the social media thing is. So those things, like, they make them to think to go with them with the age. So I don't want to say more, but I'm really delighted to have or to be part of this diversity or this culture. Thank you so much. I submit.
Thank you, Ahmed. I want to appreciate one more thing. Your house looks so beautiful. It itself is giving a, you know, definition of cultural diversity. The colors combination you have used, trust me, it's the beautiful example I've seen today. Thank you so much. I'll quickly take Ibrahim Nohim. He's there. Ibrahim Nohim, if you can quickly unmute yourself and share your perspective. Ibrahim Nohim, if you can share me, I'll be very thankful to you if you can unmute, or I'm taking the last one I've called Awode Olufemi. Awode Olufemi, yeah. Okay, if you're there, please take up. Yeah, please take up if you're there. If you're there, please. There is some network glitch with coming with you. This is Ibrahim Nohimi. Ibrahim Nohim.
Yes, I'm with you. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Please continue, sir.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I salute the host and all of that team in charge. I want to sincerely appreciate you for giving the all attendees the opportunity to be part of this cultural diversity our seminar. Honestly, I believe culture is a thing that has to do with the nation, you know, and as a result of this, a lot of things emanated from the creation of man, always leads to the cultural background of everyone. So everyone has spoken very fine. I appreciate your knowledge, and also I believe in this part of the world that I came from, that I'm from, Nigeria. We have a lot of cultural ethnic group there, and anyway, at a point in time, there will be a cultural disagreement, and all we need to do and to believe in to survive in every society is to be able to tolerate every one of ourselves. You know, there should be no discrimination. We need to share and to show love as a result of your cultural background. Because culture here goes a long way. Like Liman would say, is a way of life. So let me love the way you live your life, the type of food you eat, your clothing, your festivals. So, you know, by so doing, we will have a good and a wonderful and a promising community.
Thank you, Ibrahim. And we must thank you, rather thanks whole Nigeria, because the maximum participation is always from there. And we really learn from you all. Thank you so much. I'll invite the last guest of the day. My apologies. There are so many hands raised, but due to short of time, please do write to us, email us your thoughts, your perspective. I'll call Awode Alufemi. Awode Alufemi, if you are there, please unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, please. Ibrahim, if you can unmute yourself.
Is on.
Okay, I will try to having difficulty doing that here.
Yeah, Mr. Awode Alufemi, please.
Yes, I'm on.
Now you can share your thoughts.
Is on. Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure to be here after such a long wait. It's a great webinar, and cultural diversity is the soul of globalization. In this era of globalization, what will make us leverage on the idea of globalization is cultural diversity. The maximum benefits of the global village. And the more we are able to reinforce the concept of multiculturalism and global diversity, cultural diversity, the more we are able to reap the benefits, the multidimensional benefit that is inherent in globalization, in economy, in technology, in science, in
I think we have lost the connect. Whether yes, I continue. It is science,
like
it is
culture,
art.
and the better we're able to overcome global resources from different. It's great to be here. I joined from. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Awode. That was really wonderful. So, new keys to cultural competency. What we have learned today is our understanding of culture and cultural competency we need to enhance. Our understanding of the context of cultural diversity and the changing workforce environment. We need to put ourselves over there. Our ability to describe cultural competency and the differences between individual and workplace competency. This is something very, very important. And our ability to discuss strategies to increase our skills and knowledge related to cultural competency. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful day, wonderful learning from each one of you. I'll request Dr. Dilpreet to formally say a vote of thanks to everyone. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a beautifully conducted session. Really, all the anecdotes and practical experiences shared gave us the glimpses of cultural diversity in its true sense. And we all can feel that interconnectedness with all those nods and smiles I could see at the screen. I am amazed that sitting at our homes and different countries, we are so well connected at our roots. And this is the beauty of cultural diversity. So as we come to the end of this remarkable international seminar on cultural diversity for sustainable and equitable development, let us reflect on the profound insights shared and the spirit of collaboration that has filled this gathering. With these closing words, we draw inspiration from the visionaries who have understood the transformative potential of cultural diversity. The two words of Mahatma Gandhi: our ability to reach unity in diversity will be the beauty and test of our civilization. Cultural diversity is not our differences. It is the collective strength of things we share as a human being.
On behalf of the organizing committee, it is my great pleasure to propose a heartfelt vote of thanks for this remarkable international seminar. First and foremost, I extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed guests and keynote speakers, Dr. Mohammad Shafuddin, Dr. Sriramulu Gosikonda, Dr. Rajendra Kumar Uppal, who graciously shared their wisdom, knowledge, and experiences with us. Your insightful presentations have broadened our perspectives and enriched our understanding of the profound significance of cultural diversity in shaping a better world. Your contributions will undoubtedly have a lasting impact on our collective journey towards sustainable and equitable development. Next, my sincere gratitude to the pillars of ICRT, Dr. S.K. Singamar, Chairman ICRT, the true visionary, Dr. Sandeep Sehag, General Secretary ICRT, the backbone of ICRT, Dr. Navneet Kaur ma'am, the Executive Director of ICRT, who is at the heart and soul of ICRT. Without you, this would not be that success, ma'am. Dr. Aruna Anchal ma'am, Executive Director, Research and Publication Division, Dr. Simran ma'am, Executive Director, Finance Division, Dr. Saima Parvez ma'am, Executive Director, Public Relations, and all other core committee members whose efforts have made this happen today. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to all the participants who have joined us today. Your active participation, thought-provoking discussions, and diverse viewpoints have been the driving force behind the success of today's seminar. It is through your engagement and dedication that we have been able to explore innovative ideas and forge meaningful connections that will continue to shape our endeavors beyond walls. And this platform, ICRT, has made it happen today. Such resourceful minds, such transformative exchange of ideas, it is all because of this wonder platform, ICRT. As we depart from this seminar, let us carry the torch of cultural diversity with us, spreading the knowledge gained and nurturing the seeds of change within our communities. It is through our collective efforts that we can create societies and thrive on inclusivity, respect, and dialogue, leading us towards a future where sustainable development and equity are intertwined. Let us remember the powerful words of Archbishop who said, "Our rich and varied cultural heritage has the potential to enrich our lives, deepen our understanding, and ignite our imaginations. Embrace it with pride and a sense of responsibility to pass it on to future generations." Thank you all for your active participation and unwavering commitment to cultural diversity. May we continue to foster an inclusive world that celebrates the differences and harnesses the strengths for sustainable and equitable future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dilpreet. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Shrimalu, sir. Thank you, Mohammed Shifauddin. Everyone, thank you so much. And apologies, till 22 hands were raised and I was not able to take that. My apologies for that. Thank you so much. It was really wonderful, Shrimalu Gosikonda, hearing you. You're really, you have a spark in you, the way you take up things and all. Salute to you. Great.
Thank you, thank you.
I feel so proud, meeting you.
Yeah,
And
I will come to your university if you invite
please
somewhere.
come, most welcome. Everyone is welcome. Come to Ludhiana, come to ICRT. So you're most welcome. We are going to learn, we are going to have offline programs also. Please do visit in that. We must meet each other. That's really wonderful. And even
direct cultural exchange.
Direct cultural exchange.
Online, you have to say bye-bye to online, then go to offline.
ICRT host, if you can give us the biggest platform over here. All the screens need to be there. We can see all the participants. I can see Veronica. I can see Mackenzie. I can see Joseph, Udo, Abasi, and Tame. If you can make a bigger picture over here so we can say bye to everyone. And it is so beautiful. Till now, 391 participants are there, still there. time has already gone, but still, that is cultural diversity. That is love. That is mutual understanding. That is togetherness. That we are sitting so far, but still we wait for these moments to be with each other.
Dedication.
Truly. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye, Rahim. Thank
you, ma'am.
you. Thank you, Dr. Delight. I feel so happy to see you. Manish
Bye,
is
sir.
back.
Rajendra, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, Rajendra.
Bye, madam.
Rupesh.
Bye.
Wonderful to meet you. Great. Do visit Ludhiana sometime, but Hinda is very close. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Maheshwata. Dr. Olawale, you really spoke great. Mansoor Bello, Edithola. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, namaste. Thank you. See you next time. God bless you all. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, because we are meeting each other globally. So greetings to all once again. Thank you, Dilpreet, for conducting such a wonderful seminar. Your smile, you speak from heart, and it touches every heart. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thanks to Chairman, sir. Thanks to our Secretary, sir. Every core member. Thank you so much. On this note, I'm leaving. God bless you all. Till next time.
Thank you.